How's everybody doing? Wow, the enthusiasm is just overwhelming. You guys are just out of control. TEDx, Mavili Square, huh? Is this amazing? Congratulations to you guys. You've done a fantastic job. And this is such an important type of project and event. I'm proud to be here, and I'm very happy to be with you guys today. Since this is a TED Talk, we're going to do it a little different, because I know it's a long day, and you're probably a little tired. It's a little hot in this room, so we're going to start with a story. You guys okay? You want to hear a story? It's a good story. It's an inspiring story. It's an important story. It's part legend and part history. Some people believe that it relates to Cortez during his conquest of Mexico. Some people think that it may have been Alexander the Great during his, conquest of, the world. And maybe, Christopher Nolan might try to convince us this summer that it was, Odysseus, because he seems to be doing a lot of his own things with stories. So we'll see what he does with this concept. But regardless, the legend is extremely important for life, for business, for entrepreneurship, for all kinds of things. So the story goes like this. The leader has his army. And the army is on their ships, and as they're disembarking from their vessels, he turns to his generals and he asks them, he commands them to tell the soldiers 3 words: burn the boats. And of course, the generals don't always understand the vision of the leader, but, as good soldiers they are, they turn around and they turn to their soldiers and they tell the soldiers to burn the boats. So imagine you have traveled for months across sea, treacherous sea, on wooden vessels to go follow some leader that you believe in. And at that moment where you think that you are about to start your movement forward in pursuing the vision that leader has given you, you're told to burn your only way home. Think about that for a second. Now, visualize it as if you were following Cortez or Alexander the Great or Odysseus or whoever. Imagine that feeling, that immediate feeling that you got just right now when you go, oh man, wait a second. So it's either we win or we die, right? That's kind of the thing. And you have to understand that this is not just something that the leader did in order to prove his power or to show his ability to rule or his conviction in the outcome of this war or this battle or this conquest or whatever it might be. It's in that moment of absolute fear that the soldiers that are following him, the people that are following him, say, okay, we're already across the sea. We just got on land. And now we have to burn our only way home, which means we either win or we die. And the immediate change from fear to just pure commitment is the reason why a leader would do that, right? Now, we're going to translate this little story into other things, into parts of regular human day life, and of course, into entrepreneurship, which is the reason why, I was asked to speak here. We all sort of burn the boats throughout our lives. We make those kinds of commitments of no way home all the time. It starts at very early ages. I mean, I'm sure some of you remember moments in your life where you said, I'm not going to be friends with that person no more. That person's not good for me, even at a young age, right? That's it. You're not going back there. You've burned that boat, you know? Or, I'm in love, and I'm going to marry that person. And then you burn that boat. You've fallen in love, and you've made that commitment, and you're with that person. If you actually have commitment and resolution to that decision, that is your person. You have burned that boat. One that's even more powerful is when a mother decides that she's going to conceive a child. And I'm not talking about the actual birthing of the child. I'm talking about the decision about, I'm going to have a child. I want to get pregnant, and I'm going to have a child. You have burned the boat. There is no way back from giving birth to a child. There's no way back. You're bringing life to the world. So those kinds of things, they happen all the time. And what's interesting is the things that I just recently said, some of you have felt those feelings before, right? Show of hands if you felt that feeling before of those experiences, you know? Okay. Now, I want you to think back about your personal experience, and I want you to tell me, was it something that you were afraid of? Was the commitment and the conviction strong enough that it held you through that decision? Well, the answer is yes, then you did truly burn that boat. Because here's the problem. As we move into sort of running a business or creating something or being a founder or taking an idea into reality, it's so easy. And here's where most companies fail and where most founders and leaders fail, is they leave a door that they can escape through. What happens is they say, okay, let's give this a try. See how it works. See if it's good. But what they don't tell everybody, and most times they don't tell their employees, and this is, again, where they lose faith in people that they hope to follow them and share their vision and bring it to life, is that they keep themselves a little trap door. So they're never really 100% committed. They never go, oh, it's not that let's see if this works. It's this better work. The outcome has to be. It's not let's see if it will be. It must be done. The burn the boat idea is the strongest thing that a leader or a visionary can do, is to say, there is no other way. I don't have a side job in case this doesn't work out. I don't have, somebody that I can go to and go, oh man, can you help me out? Because, this is, I don't know. No, this is going to happen. It took me a while to get there too. It's not just only because of fear, it's also because of insecurity of your own thoughts. Listening to others outside in your life that come to you and go, you sure about that? You think that's a good idea? Maybe you should try something else, or maybe you should think of something else. You're a student and you're studying finance and you go, I'm going to change to music. Oh, well, you sure that's a good idea? Maybe that's the problem, is that most of us, we listen to other people that create insecurities and fear inside of us so that it doesn't allow us to listen to our inner self. Our inner self, when we were a child, doesn't say, oh, maybe I should try to walk. I don't, is this going to work out? Maybe I don't need to walk in my life. I don't know, it's technology these days. It doesn't happen. You stand up, you walk, you fall down, you get up again, you try, you walk again, you walk. And you learn to walk, then you learn to run, then you learn to run with others, and then you do those things. We didn't listen to somebody go, oh no, don't try to walk. I mean, that's just silly. So the inner person is being held back by external influences. And when you go back to the thoughts of Cortez, or maybe Alexander, or maybe Odysseus, maybe those external voices around him at that moment, hey, we're about to land. Are you sure we're going to win? Do you think we have enough people? I don't know if we brought enough weapons. You know, food is a little scarce. Water is not going. Man, I hope you're right because this is. And it's that moment where he says, you know what? I'm tired of listening to all you people. I'm tired of listening to all of you. You're great generals. You're great soldiers. All this. But you know what? No. Burn the boats. Burn the boats to know that's what we're doing. There's no way back. And all of you better get on board with the burn the boat idea because it's either win or swim. There's no other choice. So look, I challenge you all, if you're at a decision in your life where you don't know if that inner person is really telling you the truth about what you should or shouldn't do, or if you're thinking about going forward and pursuing something and starting a business or starting, an idea to chase and so on. It's not blind faith. This is not about just blind faith. It's calculated. Your decisions have to be calculated. But once you've made those calculated decisions and you've given that data to that inner person that nobody else knows but you, whether or not you can do it or not, do yourselves a favor and burn the boats. Don't give yourself a way out. See it all the way through, even if it's failure, because failure is also a method of learning. It's the falling down to get to walk again, right? But see it through. Have the commitment, have the conviction. One last point before I let you guys go, but the gentleman who spoke before me, he mentioned Armstrong. And everybody on the planet, for I don't know how long now, has been talking about a single individual named Elon Musk. And, when you look at Elon Musk in year 2026 and you go, wow, this guy, he must be from another planet. Like, how can anybody be that committed, that focused, that successful, that whatever? When Elon Musk sold PayPal, he was one of a few people. He wasn't the only guy. When he sold PayPal, he took all of his money and he invested it into 3 things, right? One of them happens to be Tesla. The other one happens to be SpaceX. I forget which one the third one was, but not necessarily. Huh? No, that was after. But point is, $120 million, now he's broke. He made $120 million, next day he's broke. He's sleeping on a couch, he's eating noodles out of a package, and all his money's gone. He burned his boats. And he decided to do what? He decided to build reusable rockets. This guy's not a rocket scientist. He never did that before. He read his books, he had his conviction, he made his decision, he calculated all of his variables, and then he bet on himself. And he started a company that built, right, rockets, reusable rockets. Armstrong, Aldrin, and I believe the head of NASA at the time, in 2012, publicly came out and chastised the whole idea. These were people that he looked at as like visionaries and mentors to his concept. And they came out publicly and put his idea down. How dare some private guy think that he's going to change commercial space travel, privatize going to space, taking people to Mars? Who does he think he is? And in an interview, you can see Elon is like really beat up about it. He's like, I can't believe it, these people. But they're not going to stop me from moving forward because I know what I'm capable of accomplishing. And unfortunately, I have no other way back because it's either this works or I'm broke forever and I'm a laughingstock in the world. Failed rocket, explosion, failed rocket, explosion, more money, explosion, boom, 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 boom. And in about 3 weeks, he's going to go public with the largest IPO in history at about $2 trillion. He's going to make a lot of people very wealthy, and he's changed the world already, regardless of the money, right? So you look back and you go, wow, $60 million investment in yourself? Don't listen to anybody to tell you that it can't be done or you can't do it. Forget it. Burn the boats, my friends. Thanks.